Welcome to Good Game, I'm Hex.
And I'm Bajo.
It's not often that our multiplayer sessions go to plan, but tonight, the Good Game team comes together for a daring and dangerous prison break.
I'm not driving. It's Bajo. Oh, come on.
We're fine.
Also this week, a long-running franchise heads in a new direction, to China.
I shall walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. No one will stop me in my hunt.
And we speak to the award-winning composer of Journey, Austin Wintory.
I would play what they'd make inspired by my music, and I would say, this is much more interesting than the music that I wrote, so I want to redo the music to kind of catch up with what you've done.
But before all that, can you name the game for this week?
Go.
Now that Grand Theft Auto 5 has finally been released on PC, we thought it was a good opportunity to check out some multiplayer heists.
Yes, this is where you team up with your buddies and pull off multi-staged, high-risk missions. So we're gonna need some backup for this job.
Indeed, we've called in Goose and also one of our producers, Gog, to help out. The game also has an in-game editor on PC, so this is kind of our machinima directorial debut.
All right, it's go time. Yeah!
I see you all got my message. This is a prison break. Some rich professor is paying us a lot of dough to get him out. And to do that, we're gonna need to steal a plane. And to get that, we're gonna have to take out a lot of goons. You could say it's time for us to clear the runway. Let's go.
So, Mr. Kress said you might be able to help me out with
It's
something.
heist time, you guys.
Here he is, Professor Maxim Rashkovsky.
Already getting
Well,
nervous.
Professor Rashkovsky pays well.
Maybe then you can buy
Alright.
some pants, Bajo.
Everyone got some super heavy armor of some sorts.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there's some leopard print.
These masks don't show enough of my face.
I think that's the point.
All right, guys. Are you ready to do this?
Okay, where is this plane?
Gear up.
All right.
Everyone got some sort of weapon?
Let's clear these gangster guys.
That's it.
Oh, they come up on
Dude,
this,
they're coming up on the right.
That's
where
alright.
we are, by the way.
That's alright, I got a sticky bomb. I'll take it out. Whoa! I'm alive. That was messy.
They just keep coming. They're not very good at taking cover, though, are they?
Behind you, behind you, behind you.
Okay, guys, Gog has the plane.
Oh, watch out, watch your wing, Gog.
Let's get out of here.
Woohoo! Oh, guys, peaches, melons, apples. Just saying.
Okay, guys, that went pretty good.
Except for the fruit stand owner.
Well, you could say he's now a fruit salad owner.
Yeah, because obviously we mixed up all the fruit.
Okay, stage 2. We need a bus. Let's ride.
There was a Cadillac back there.
Very inconspicuous. Alright, so through. We're stealing a prison bus.
Take a prison bus into the mountains.
Snacks.
Okay, so the Gog, you've got to drive, maybe we've got to pull up in front of it and...
Oh gosh.
Whoa! Okay,
Fall
so...
asleep at the wheel.
Thanks. I'm just gonna drive it right past the
Fruit stand!
the fruit stand of prison.
Okay, guys, we need to stop harassing fruit vendors. We do not need that kind of heat on us.
Hey, they knew what they were getting into.
All right, guys, this time we split up. Gog the Mute and Goose, you guys are going undercover.
Undercover. It's my speciality.
Hex, you and I are gonna go to the docks and steal the professor's car.
You could say it's our port of call. Because it's docks where boats are kept. Guys, come on. It works.
This is the wrong place. There is no right time.
Oh dear, we're gonna have to kill a lot of people, Hex.
And floor it.
Make sure no one's following you.
What did that guy ever do to you?
He yelled at me.
Girls speak for me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve.
Door. Where's the door?
Oh, sorry. We failed, guys. I'm just gonna ram him, Hex.
Oh, there we go. Oh no.
Oh, here come the cops. Okay, we gotta move, Hex.
Alright, we just have to take it really slow.
There's some platforming issues.
No, he goes going.
Not good.
Not good.
Really?
Oh no. This is so hectic.
This is really stressful.
Okay, so we're not great swimmers.
Or jumpers.
Or drivers.
But we got there in the end.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, next stage. Hex, you and I have got some lawyers to take out.
Oh, you could say they have the right to remain silent. Like forever.
Yeah. Gog, Goose, get yourself to a mansion, and you have to get some guy in there. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention in the cutscene, but you'll be fine. Let's go!
Wait till they're out and take the shots at the exact same time.
3,
2 shots, 2 kills.
1. Dog, I think I'm on the target. Target down. Guys, we're almost at you with a pickup if you need it.
The apartment until you are sure the police are not following you.
Go, 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 go!
I'll get out.
Go, go, go! Oh, so smooth. Oh no. Oh god, where are we going? Oh, where are we going? I don't know if you noticed, but we just like went to the roof of a building. It was so amazing. Oh god, this is so stressful. What if he turns the corner, bro?
Okay, guys, this is the big one, the final heist. Gog, make sure our getaway plane is there. Goose, get yourself a chopper, you're on demolitions. Hex, you and I need to break into the prison. We've got some roleplay to do.
All right. Well, you could say.
House now. We're in the jailhouse now, but we need to get out of
You
it.
could say that it's.
Time for a...
Yeah.
Okay, mate, we're entering the prison. Should I just go through?
I feel like that's probably the way to do it.
Made in a guard, they shouldn't raise the alarms.
It's Walter White.
I thought they were sending professionals.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we got so many on us.
Right, working on it.
Alright, I can see the plane. Go, go, go.
Go.
How do you feel about this?
This is gonna be the one.
Oh, we did it. Oh,
I thought we failed for a second.
So that was one of 5 heists in GTA 5. Guys, what did you think?
I think it was a lot of fun. I think I was really surprised by the fact that in a game that's usually celebrating chaos and randomness and everyone trolling everyone, we actually all knuckled down and reached a particular goal, which I just wasn't expecting to happen. There are some pressures on other people because, you know, I was doing my job right, whereas...
What are you saying, Goose?
We let the team down a few
did.
times.
Yes. And it's strange because if you guys did die and Gog and myself were doing our jobs, then we'd all fail. So it's stressful and it puts pressure on you guys and on us as well to do the job right. Otherwise, you're letting the whole team down.
Yeah, and look, in saying that, it was hard enough to coordinate the 4 of us together with voice chat. Can you imagine doing this with randoms?
Be a nightmare.
I had to imagine how that would work out.
They're quite long. That's what I didn't expect. But I like that they're long, although much of that was just us, you know, a few crashes and lobby issues and connection issues. I think all of that could be designed a bit smoother. But I like that we were role playing. You know, I felt like, you know, I'm the driver, or you know, I'm the sniper. sniper. I like that part
That
of it.
setup with then choosing the different outfits and costumes
yeah.
for like
Outfits,
each
yeah.
heist. It was kind of cool, like when
Yeah.
you see yourselves all lined up there and all your specific outfits and everything.
Goose always took the longest. Always waiting on Goose. I just
We'd
wanna-
be
I
ready
just
to
wanna
go
change
and
my
Goose
mask.
would be cycling through us.
Oh wow, characters. Let's get matching masks and let's have them kind of like.
Make a mask.
No, I think they're good. They're good. Yeah, let's do what you've got. Sorry. Yeah, get ready.
I feel like there's replayability as well because, you know, we often teamed up together when the heists were kind of split into two groups and the two of us were working through a particular mission, but I could still hear you guys with some kind of chaos going and I had no idea what you guys were up to and I'm really curious about that now, so I want to do those heists again and play all of Goose's roles and possibly not die.
What I liked most of all was the emergent stuff, you know, the stuff that emerged from just us meeting at a point and something happening, like when we were making our big getaway and the cop just wedged our plane at the end and we couldn't move the plane.
You can do it. You can do it. Oh yes! Go guys, go. I'm on foot.
And we finally got it out and it exploded, you know, that you can't script that kind of stuff. Right?
Then
Well, I guess
again,
you could.
That was
but
devastating,
It happened.
though.
It was
That
great.
did come
Yeah.
from some confusion over what your pickup vehicle actually was, and Gog had been flying around in a plane, and you guys are looking for the car, going, "Where's the vellum?" And it's like, "It's the plane, guys, get in the plane."
We probably should have paid more attention to the actual
We were at
heist
the
objective.
airport. I knew you were going for the plane.
Don't hang on. Move.
Playing this game on PC, finally it's what we've wanted to do since day one. I'm sure you're dying to talk about how beautiful it looks on PC, Bajo.
Oh hex, it's just so beautiful. You know, it was great on all the console platforms, but finally, this is Grand Theft Auto at its best. This PC version really is the pinnacle of open world game design in scope and visuals. Even after all the hours we've spent in this game, there's just so many moments where you stop and go, wow. It just never stops being incredible to look at.
Yeah, it's really smooth, isn't it? And the textures, crisp.
Sorry, they just keep coming up the stairs.
Oh,
and
God,
I just
really?
shoot them.
Oh, nailed it.
I love that the graphic settings give you such clear indications down to the memory capacity of your card and how far you can push your settings too.
Yeah, and you don't actually see that very often, right down to the individual megabyte. I forgot just how every inch of this game is so detailed, and you especially notice it at night or at sunset on the beach.
Oh, my head. Oh, no. I'm in the water.
Actually, you notice it everywhere all the time in this game.
Yeah, and that polish is even more noticeable in the custom in-game video editor.
Yes.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
At nearly any time, you can record footage in-game in the campaign or online. It saves these clips as reference files. What this means is when you import those clips into the game's editor, you have complete freedom. You can set up shots, focus on particular characters and set angles, and do some basic tracking shots. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, you can basically just pick any angle you want and go from there. There's also slow-mo and effects and music, but being able to just move around and set up shots to drop into a timeline is the biggest drawcard to this. I don't think there's another in-game video editor that comes close to this.
Yeah, the interface works well, but it's also quite simple compared to traditional editing software, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit simple. Having said that, I switched from keyboard and mouse to edit with the controller, and it was better, and that blew my mind.
Well, that simplicity means it's going to be more accessible, and I think that's good because more people are going to make more videos.
Yeah, and there've been some incredible creations already, especially using the game's director mode.
Yes, director mode gives you even more freedom to set up a scene. It lets you change locations, weather, turn on invincibility, and heaps of other options on the fly. And as you play through the game's campaign, it unlocks more actors and objects for you to use. But even with only a little play, it allowed me to construct what I think is quite a beautiful piece of cinema.
Well, that was A work of art?
It's a work of something.
Thanks, guys. I do wish you could do co-op in director mode, though. That would be so much easier for setting up scenes.
Wrapping up, I think getting enough people together for long enough to get through GTA 5's online heists does take commitment. And there are a few technical issues to put up with.
I think that bugged out.
But heisting with friends instead of AI truly creates that feeling of a proper heist and embodies what I think GTA Online should be.
Oh, yeah, same.
Or at least how we always imagined it would be.
Agreed. Now here's Goose with the news.
Here's what's making headlines. Valve has quickly removed a feature on Steam that gave modders the option to charge money for their work. Valve initially stood by the feature and said it would allow for creators to potentially make a living from their work and would hopefully improve the quality of user-generated content. Shortly after they launched the feature with Skyrim, the community became extremely vocal in their opposition to it, and it was widely felt that the move was greedy, especially as the majority of profits seemed likely to go to a games publisher and Valve themselves. In the case of Skyrim, modders would receive 25% of profits, while 30% went to Valve and the rest to Skyrim's publisher Bethesda. Valve soon conceded to the backlash, saying, "We didn't understand exactly what we were doing, and that stepping into a well-established modding community was probably not the best place to launch the feature." Australian betting organisation Tabcorp is partnering with US gambling startup Unicorn to allow punters to bet on esports. Tabcorp chief executive David Attenborough said that esports is a major sport with over 200 million people watching games being played online. So you'll now be able to place bets on games of Counter-Strike and League of Legends. Some have expressed concern over the move, exposing young people to gambling, and noted that esports could be particularly susceptible to corruption. Mr. Attenborough responded, saying that young people would be no more exposed to gambling than they already are with traditional sports, and that the very nature of esports made any corruption easy to detect, as every single move is captured.
Wow.
Esports has been making some big waves in general, as major American sports network ESPN2 recently broadcast a game of Heroes of the Storm, while our own esports show Good Game Well Played launched today.
If you're watching this show, you're probably already a fan of Good Game, and hopefully you're already interested in professional gaming. To kick things off, we are looking at a game that is very close to my heart, StarCraft 2.
And finally, Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima's promising Silent Hills collaboration has been cancelled. Del Toro broke the news at a public talk, saying it's not going to happen, while the game's star Norman Reedus said he was super bummed. Konami later confirmed the project would not be continued. However, they are still committed to new Silent Hill titles. The game's playable teaser, PT, has also since been removed from the PlayStation Store.
I could do nothing but walk. And then I saw me walking in front of myself.
And that's all for this week.
Thanks, Goose. A few weeks ago, Good Game was in Melbourne to document This Gaming Life, a collaboration between Journey composer Austin Wintory, the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, and comedy trio Tripod.
And you can expect to see that special sometime in the near future. But while we were there, we took the time to talk to Austin about composing for games and his beautiful score for Journey.
I always played games and I always did music, so the two kind of were gonna meet at some point. As it turns out, they met in college when I worked on a master's thesis game called Flow, which later became a commercial game called Flow, made by that game company who went on to make Flower and Journey after that. Journey, I worked on it from the very, very beginning. There wasn't even concept art yet when I started. So the game took about 3 years to make, and I worked on it every day of those 3 years. Initially, they said, write the music, and then we'll design the game around the emotions we get from your music. So I would write a piece, and they would all put it on loop in their headphones while they're working and writing code and doing art and all the rest of it. And then I would play what they'd make inspired by my music, and I would say, this is much more interesting than the music that I wrote, so I want to redo the music to kind of catch up with what you've done. You know, like early in the game, when you first meet up with somebody, the rhythm changes because now you're with someone, and suddenly there's this new energy that the game has. Even if that person has no idea what they're doing and they're walking in circles, there's a certain vibrancy that comes out. And so you don't really know what that's like until you just experience it. After experiencing it, I'll say, oh, I think I have an idea about this. So I'd rewrite the music inspired by what they made. They'd then listen to what I made, the new version, and say, this actually gets to the heart of it much better. Let's remake the game. So they would remake the game based on the new music. Of course, I'd then play that, and I'd say, oh, actually, I can do much better than that crap music before. And so we were doing this like this until basically Sony intervened and said, the game has to come out now. It's been 3 years. I would be happily still working on it today if we just had been given no release date. I loved every day of it. The fundamental separation between games and all other forms of composing, whether it's writing an opera or a symphony or a film score or you name it, is that games are interactive and none of those others are. And so you don't know what the audience, i.e. the player, is going to do from one moment to the next. The interactive quality basically makes you have to rethink everything you know about music. Music is an art form that happens over time. It's unlike a painting, say, where the painting, you can look at it in all different lighting and you can look at it for 5 minutes or for 2 hours or from far away, from close up. You're kind of at the mercy of time when listening to music because time just goes. And if there's a moment that you love, it's now a memory. And there's nothing you can do about that. Games twist that concept because by being interactive, suddenly time doesn't necessarily constantly flow forward in the same way. So if time is the single most important quality about music, games kind of make you rethink that. So it's a really fundamental change. After the game came out, it ended up speaking to people in ways that I didn't expect, and people brought it into their lives in a very personal way. And I started getting floods of messages from people. And like, for example, one thing that happened that's a real highlight. I was with my parents and they had been seeing online all this mania about Journey, but they didn't have a PlayStation. They hadn't played it. They didn't know what it was about other than what they could read in reviews. And I started to tell them about some stories of the kinds of letters we were getting. And in that moment, my phone dings and I get another letter from someone. And it was a woman talking about how her father had been sort of succumbing to dementia and had become very hard to be around because she said, I love him, but he's not him anymore. And so I find him so difficult to be around that I end up just feeling angry. And then I played the game and I just realized it's my job to love him unconditionally. And I'm sitting there reading this seconds after finishing the game. And it was just one of those moments where I thought that you can't put a price on that. That goes beyond the wildest ambitions we might have even had for the game. And I've been lucky to have a lot of wonderful experiences in my career, but I don't know how I'll ever top that.
Okay, Hex, are you ready to review the first Assassin's Creed game for the year?
Oh, absolutely. How many Creeds are we getting this year?
Oh, I'd say at least 37. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China is the first part in a trilogy of spin-offs due out this year, which are turning the series into a 2.5-dimension action platformer.
You play as Xiao Jun, the last remaining assassin of the Chinese Brotherhood, on a mission to restore her order and get vengeance on those dastardly Templars.
Tread lightly, sister. The Templars are searching all ships and cargo. They're looking for us now.
Hex, I have to admit, I kind of tuned out of the cutscenes, but all I know is there is a box, something's in the box, and everybody wants the box, but nobody knows what's in the box.
Where is the box you took from me?
Far from your reach by now.
The box.
The box.
The box.
The box. The box.
The box.
Your precious box.
What's in the box, Hex? What's in the box?
Yeah, the story is a little thin, and without spoiling too much, we don't even find out what's in the box this episode.
I will ask you again, assassin. What is this box?
But, you know, I didn't mind that. Assassin's games often get a bit bogged down in their own story, so I like that they're keeping it simple.
It's going to be lame though, isn't it? It's going to be some stupid alien watcher kajigga which makes no sense at all.
Yeah, probably. But I'm still keen to see the story through.
Fair enough. One thing I liked is how you're free to tackle any situation in one of 3 ways. There's the shadow approach, where you avoid everyone, while the assassin sneakily kills everything, or the brawler can just get in there and go nuts.
I always like when a game lets you play the way you want. But when you start off, you're super vulnerable. A single hit can kill you, so it really pushes you to be stealthy early on.
Hex, I find when I play Assassin's Creed games, no matter how stealthily I go, it just turns into a big fight. At least this one forced me to slow down, which I liked. And with just 2 dimensions, they've managed to make the stealth mechanics a lot cleaner.
Huh?
Yeah, there are obvious cones of vision on guards and plenty of hiding spots to surprise them from, so it's always clear where and when you need to move.
I do find it quite funny that the guards can't see you even though they're that far away from you on screen, but I think you just have to accept that this is really kind of a puzzle game and let it go. And I guess they just can't tell if you're an assassin when you're only a few meters away. You're just like every other ominous hooded figure hanging out in restricted areas.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, and I remember calling out Hardline just the other week for doing the same thing. But as you say, this is a puzzle game. It's not as immersive as an FPS, so it doesn't quite feel as weird here.
Yeah, we can totally have double standards if we want to. At first I thought this game was too simple, but it gets more complicated as you go on. They throw in way more guards and different types, like ones with rifles or metal shields that force you to be extra careful.
And as you go, you'll get more tools to help deal with them. For example, you have noise darts to distract them, firecrackers to stun them, and you'll get extra chunks of health and stronger attacks to help you out when things get messy.
What? I quite liked the combat too. It's a simple light and heavy attack with a block, but the timings are tight and the animations are fluid.
Yeah, you feel pretty awesome when you just slide in for a quick assassination and fight off another guard like a boss. It just strings everything together really well.
And it's a beautiful game, isn't it? I love that traditional Chinese watercolor style. It's like a painting come to life.
Yeah, definitely. But what are your final thoughts, Bajo?
Well, this doesn't do anything amazingly new, but there's a lot here that I like more than the Assassin's Creed traditional games.
Yeah, it actually strips all the mechanics back to basics and avoids that everything but the kitchen sink game design. What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 from me too.
What's in the box?
I'll take back what you stole from us. My box and my land.
Hello? Hello? Oh, it's really creepy in here. Ah! Hello! Excuse me, sir. Jeez. I found this doll on my desk and I think it belongs here.
Yeah, some people say when the doll arrives at your desk, it's a bad omen.
Well, can I just return it, please?
Yeah, some say the doll can't be returned. Some say it must pass from presenter to presenter.
Who are these some people?
It's mainly just me.
What else do some people say?
Some people want to know if you can guess the game for this week. But that's just some people.
It was Hostages from developer New Frontier. First released in 1988, your objective was to take charge of a 6-member team with the mission of rescuing hostages from an embassy. And as I named the game for this week, as it had a section where you had to stealth your way in and out through doorways, much like this week's Assassin's Creed China.
Next week on the show, Project Cars endeavours to be a true racing sim, but can it compete?
And Mad Max meets Faster Than Light in Convoy.
And just a reminder to check out our daily show, Good Game Pocket, hosted by Nick Boy, who has been described as a dancing Muppet.
Ooh, the rhythm has me.
It also has plenty of first plays, news, interviews, and more.
Oh, it's enough to make you scream. Yeah, just like that.
And you can find it on iView and YouTube. Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
Bajo out.
I think Nick might be the greatest dancer I've ever seen.
And there's something about the eyes that is a little terrifying, but also I can't stop staring.
It's amazing.
It's magical.